people who came to see the carnival, people at the carnival, they would actually leave me notes to meet them here and there after the carnival, after hours. And I kind of was following in my father's footsteps in a sort of a freakish way, because, I mean, it was more like I was challenging to some of these freakish women. I mean, the normal women didn't want to have anything to do with me. It was just be freakish women that wanted to explore and challenge themselves or whatever, you know. So I made money. I also made money doing freakish bets. I mean, there were carnival folk all around, and carnival folk are really good people. Those were some of the best times of my life, actually. But, you know, we would do bets and everything, and I would win money doing bets and things of that nature. One unfortunate incident, it was the fire-breathing woman, the fire-eating woman. I mean, and her thing was, you know, she put the fire in her mouth, opened her mouth real wide and everything. And so she was like, you know what, BD, I think I could take you in. You know, and she's talking about oral sex. And I didn't think she could do it, but I mean, it was close. It was worth actually doing the bet. So we did a bet. And she opened wide. And, you know, I put it in, you know. It was enjoyable for a moment. And then her, oh God, I mean, I was hurting folks, and this was sad. But I dislocated her jaw. And I mean, it was sad because she was my friend and she couldn't talk. I mean, she was just, her mouth was just locked wide open. I just like locked wide open. And I mean, it stayed that way for like 3 days until we could actually find a specialist to set her jaw back into place. But at that point, the carnival manager, he fired me, kicked me out the carnival. I mean, I didn't think that was right, but he kicked me out the carnival, so, you know, that was that. Best days of my life, though. I mean, that was quite unfortunate. I do think that carnival owner maybe, you know, snapped to the gun too quickly there. But what did you do after you left the carnival there, BD? Well, after the carnival, I returned home. You know, I returned home. You know, I stayed with my mom for a little while. I eventually filed for disability. They didn't really want to give me disability. They tried to really laugh. I mean, the judge, he actually laughed in my face. I couldn't believe it. I mean, because to me, I'm suffering. You know, I can't make gainful employment. I can't earn a living. I mean, the depression, the isolation, and the judge actually thought disability was for people that were unable to help themselves. And I thought I fit the case, you know, and he laughed at me. They did. I had to go 3 times, 4 times. I don't know how many times it was to actually get disability, because they thought that hypodinglitis was not a serious syndrome, disease, or disability or whatnot. But eventually I did get my disability, and, you know, life went on from there. Well, now out there in television land, what we're going to do is take a look at the effects of this hypodingilitis physically. We have some photos we'd like to share with you. Please, out there in the audience, have a heart. This man is a human being, and this is a disease, hypodingilitis. To tell you the truth there, BD, your life seems pretty heartbreaking. I feel for you, brother. I mean, what do you do to enjoy life these days? I mean, today, I mean, what do you do to enjoy your life? Well, what I do today, you know, to actually pass the time or, keep myself happy it's kind of therapeutic. What I sing the blues. You guys do have the clip, right? Yeah, I sing the blues with a band called Crotch Rip. And, there's a drummer, bassist. They're actually excellent musicians. And it's therapy for me. I get to actually, all the depression, the isolation, all the ideas that come and make me suffer inside my mind and my heart, I can actually write them in a song. That's relief. I can actually get in the booth and record them and let that out and share that with people. And that actually is therapy. It relieves me. I can go out and perform. I can get out there and cry on stage if I want to. So what I do is I sing the blues. Why don't you actually show them a couple clips? Maybe I'll get noticed or something like that. Get off this disability. It's not really much, Disability sucks. Said, I'm gonna put it on you. I got the bitter blues. I hope somebody hear me. I'm gonna put it on you. I got the bitter blues. Well, that does seem like an opportunity for you to put your best foot forward. Is there any particular message you would care to share to the people out there in television land? Well, White Sellers, if I was able to leave the people with a message, that message would be, listen, you gotta love people for being human beings, not for what they can do for you, things they might have, things of that nature. I believe in messages is important to get to know people for who they are. They're human beings. And then they may have something for you, and you may have something for them. People have, disabilities, maybe for lack of a better word. Don't kick them to the side. Get to know them as a person. They still may have something to offer you. Treat them as a human being. And also, there's something else I like to mention, and it's really my thing deep in my heart. Like, I see the relationships today out there in the world, and I don't think people in relationships really love each other. And I just want to leave you with this: when you have a loved one, really love them. When you make love with them, hold them tight, because I'll never be able to make love with my woman or any woman, and look them in the eye, because if I make love to a woman, they're all the way across the room and they can't see me, and we can't really look eye to eye. And it's something that I really want to do once in my lifetime, is just be able to hold someone dear to me and make love to them and look them in the eye. So don't take these simple things for granted, people, and love people for who they are. Why, Sellers, thank you for the opportunity for me to share this message with you. It's too much. Thank you. Turn off the camera, please. All right, there. We'd like to thank BD Janykins for stopping by Far Rock's Top Interviews. And we just want to let y'all know that hypodinglitis is a serious issue, and we do want to increase the awareness and to increase that sensitivity to folks out there with enlarging, humongous, enormous penises. And Far Rock Top Interview signing off. This is Wild Sellers Optimist.